Performance art is defined as an art form that combines visual art with dramatic performance. It's a way for artists to explore and produce art using more than just the two dimensions of paper and pencils. It requires the use of the body and soul.
In the theater, you can cut with a knife and there is a blood. The knife is not real and blood is not real. In performance, the blood and the knife and the body of the performer is real.
Marina Abramovic is a performance artist whose work explores the relationship between the performer and the artist, the limits of the body, and the possibilities of the mind.
I was painting as a young artist, and I was painting these clouds. And one day, sitting and painting and looking in the sky, I saw like 12 military planes passing by, and they make these incredible drawings in the sky, and I look at them and I say, God, you know, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm painting these paintings who are so two-dimensional. Maybe I can go to the military base and ask for 12 planes and they make all the drawings in the sky. I went to the military base and my father was general in the army. So they call him and they say, your daughter is in our base, can you get her home because she's out of her mind. She wants 12 military planes to paint the sky. And you know how much could this cost? So after that, I stopped painting and I started realizing that I can use any material I want, fire, water, and the body. At the moment when I started using the body, it was such an enormous satisfaction that I had and that I can communicate with the public that I never could do anything else. I could never go back to the seclusion of the studio and being protected by the space there.
In one of Marina Abramovic's most well-known performances, titled Rhythm Zero, she assigned herself a passive role and let her audience do the acting. She placed 72 objects upon a table, all of which either inflicted pain or provided pleasure. Some were even deadly. Some of the objects included a rose, a feather, scissors, a whip, and a gun. The exhibit was open for 6 hours, and during that time, the audience could manipulate the artist's body and actions however they pleased, and she would take full responsibility. Initially, the audience acted cautiously, but as time passed, people's actions became more aggressive toward her.
In the beginning, the public was really very much playing with me. Later on, became more and more aggressive. It was 6 hours of real horror. They will cut my clothes, they will cut me with a knife close to my neck, drink my blood, and then put a plaster over the wound. They will carry me around half naked, put me on the table, and stuff the knife between my legs into the wood. And even somebody put a bullet in the pistol and put in my hand and seeing if I pressing it, her hand against my hand, if I will resist. But I remember after 6 hours when the galleries come and say this piece is finished, that I start being by myself and start walking to the audience, naked and with blood and, tears in my eyes. Everybody ran away, literally ran out of the door.
Rhythm Zero proved to Marina Abramovic a valuable lesson. If left up to the audience, she would most likely be killed. This performance tested not only the artist's limits, but the limits of the audience. The people who visited the exhibit quickly learned that Marina Abramovic would not respond or fight back. Taking this into account, along with the fact that they held no responsibility over their own actions, the audience showed little difficulty in violating the artist. Just as she tested the true capacity of human nature, Marina Abramovic has explored a wide variety of topics relating to the body and mind, human interactions, and limitations throughout her bold performance art.